Have you considered like the driver's license? I think the DMV.
Yes,
Well,
I
guess
have
that's
actually. I actually am gonna be working on that. Like, I know the DMV just opened up. I don't know if they're like doing anything right now, but I do know that once this ban lifts and everything is back to normal, I definitely do plan on getting my license and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah, whatever you can. There's no
I know
rush.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, you need to get your license." Don't worry, I plan on doing that. Even though I've been getting better with the practice test ever so slightly. Like, I practice here and there with like the online practice tests or whatever and whatnot. So I mean, I am keeping that in mind. I am, working towards that because I do actually want to get a car of my own.
Sure.
Like, I just wanted, and a lot of people ask me. I get asked this so many times. What kind of car are you gonna get for your first car? Are you gonna get this? Are you gonna get that? Dude, I just want something that's reliable. I don't care what kind of car it is, as long as they can get me from point A to point B and back, and it's not a fucking hassle to replace shit. And I don't have to worry about freaking spending a couple $1,000s on a front bumper if I get into an accident or oil changes. I'm good. Like, I don't care if it's a freaking 1980s car, 90s car, early 2000s, mid 2000s. I don't care as long as it gets me from point A to point B and it's reliable and I don't have to spend a crap ton of money on repairs or anything. I'm good.
Yeah, insurance. I mean,
Oh,
usually.
absolutely. Like, I definitely don't want a car that's like $50 million in insurance. I had a friend that did that, and they completely regretted it in the long run because they weren't able to pay it, and their car kind of got towed, and they weren't able to get it back. So yeah, I don't want to have that happen to me. Like, I would rather avoid that shit.
Do you think there's any part that'll be troublesome or harder than like? Do you think there's what do you think the hardest part about the test will be? Or
honestly, for me, and I have been this way my entire fucking life. I don't know why, because I'm more of like if you show me what to do, then I learn it. Like, if I'm actually there, like
cam time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I'm actually there, like, actually seeing what to do, then I can do it. Mm-hmm. I think I do struggle with like written stuff, always have, but I feel like, once I get it down and I kind of memorize everything, then I'll be able to be like, okay, this is easy. But I do know for the first few times I'll probably struggle a little bit, but I feel like, once I get it, I'll be good to
going,
go.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for me, the physical part would probably be the easiest part, just because of the fact that, like I said, I learn by, like, I'm one of those people that learns by doing.
But what do you say about this then? So what's basically stopping you is the test. The test can be very tricky, right?
Well, the test part, yeah. Like, the written part, yes. The physical part, not so much. Like, I can already tell you, like, I can easily look behind me. I can, do all that stuff. Like, I can do all that. Hell, like, I'll be honest, this is how strict they are here with the test. Like, literally, my older sister, Daylin, the only reason why she's not able to get her license is because she can't look over her shoulder that's closest to the window. That's the only reason why. Like, that's it.
That's through the side mirrors?
No, like, how they'll have you like look behind you. Yeah. Like, towards, like, they'll have you look behind
you look over your right shoulder.
Like, yeah, like, she can look over the one shoulder, but for some reason she's not fully able to look over the other. Don't know why, don't know, like, what's going on with that, but, like, that's how strict they are. If you can't do every single thing, then they will fail you. Like, that's why I'm like, as soon as this shit fucking gets lifted and I'm able to do shit, first thing I'm doing, saving up, going down to the DMV, doing that test shit, getting my license, and getting a fucking car. That way all these fucking idiots can literally, like, shut their fucking mouths. Like, I've had so many people tell me, like, oh, get your license, get your license, get your license. Motherfucker, what do you think I'm going to do as soon as this shit lifts? It's not exactly the easiest thing to do right now with everything going on. Like it's not exactly, it's not like I can, you know, go to the corner store and get my license for a freaking $1.
You were saying, Cyrax, I think I'm sorry. You were saying a couple days ago. I think you were saying you were talking about getting your license in a couple months. Are you mean is that something you're still going forward with, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I definitely do plan on doing that because like there were a few people that I was talking to, and they were watching it like you know what I've been doing, and they were like, dude, like if you actually can get the money, you could actually go to, you know, professional driving school, and instead of sitting there on a sim rig all the time, you
True.
know, you could actually get paid big money for that. And I was like, you know what, like I might look into that because I know like that there are like a couple of like a local. I don't know if they're open right now, but I know that before the pandemic there were like a few days where they would do like track days for like you know drift events and skid pads and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
that's something that you know I kind of grew up in and around in a sense because you know I grew up watching NASCAR. My older brother got me into you know cars through the Fast and Furious series. So like for me to kind of be able to do that, it's like yo, like I'm definitely down. You know, I started out in video games and kind of went from there to doing what I'm doing now, which ironically, if you can't hear it in the background, yes, I am fucking ripping around in a fucking S15 right now, just being bored as fuck.
Oh fuck yeah!
But
Yeah.
by chance, have you ever been behind the wheel of a car?
A couple times, yeah, and needless to say, yeah, let's just say that during that time period,
Mm-hmm.
I was literally like the shittiest driver ever because I almost ran into my aunt's truck.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was
nice.
bad. Yeah, that
Hey, it
was.
happens, man. You're learning, right? You're just learning.
Absolutely, absolutely. But like you
She
know,
wasn't too happy about that, but you know.
no, thankfully I didn't. I came close, but thankfully I didn't. Thank God for that.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But like you know, I have been you know like looking into it. I have been because I just found out that you can actually take the what is it the permit test online.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I checked,
Oh,
and
nice.
I guess they started doing that with like schools now, to where like if you're like in high school in like certain states, they'll
Mhm.
make it to where like you can take your learner's permit online and shit due to the pandemic and stuff.